What's that you say?
Hey, here we are. Yes, it is 11:11, and I was always told that that means good luck. So let's see what happens, because we are waiting for our who is stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic on the FDR. It's our wonderful friend, Alan Merrill. And I wanted to say Happy Veterans Day to anyone who has a connection with a veteran. My dad is a veteran.
Mine too.
So, and I'm sure a lot of your people are too. So, if you did serve, good hats off to you. Also, let's see what's going on. It's National Sundae Day. So we have little teeny ice cream sundaes here, just like this, for all our guests when they share a skeleton in their closet. And they are delicious. What else happened on this day? November 11th. It is the day, you can laugh, that Dr. Craig Spencer, does anybody remember that name? Does it ring a bell? He was diagnosed with Ebola on October 23rd, and he is healed and discharged from the hospital on this day. He raised fears in the U.S. for Ebola, where he, because he traveled all over the darn place, and nothing bad happened, so I guess it's all okay. It's the day that Bill Gates buys Leonardo da Vinci's Codex for $30 million on this day. Isn't it fun being Bill Gates? I mean, could you imagine? I'm going to go buy a Da Vinci for $30 million. Pocket change, yes. Van Gogh's irises sold on this day for a record of $53.6 million at an auction. So if you're going to go buy artwork, today seems to be the day to do it. I hope you have your millions all lined up and you go pick something else. It's the first time ever on this day that an AIDS-themed TV movie ever happened, and it was called An Early Frost in 1985. Yeah, good for you, whoever made that movie. This is so funny. I just don't even understand it. The city of Yonkers was found guilty of segregating schools and housing on this day. What do you think of that? That's no joke. A whole city can be found guilty. What do? Go to jail? I mean, how do you tell a city you're guilty? I mean, I've been watching so much Law and Order lately that I've never seen an episode where they were going after a city. It's usually a person. Wings released Mull of Kintyre, and Girls' School on this day. Anybody remember that Wings duo? I don't. Neil Simon's The Prisoner of Second Avenue premiered in New York City on this day. I feel like anyone who lives on Second Avenue, where they're building that ridiculous subway that's taking forever, is the prisoner of Second Avenue. And I don't know, Neil Simon, maybe you should write about that. Or I wonder if that show has anything to do with a future subway being built on Second Avenue. Because does anybody know when that is there a light at the end of that tunnel? Is that really ever going to be over? Has anybody been on Second Avenue? Have you seen what? It's a mess.
Horrible. It's horrible.
It's horrible.
Destroying businesses.
Everything. It's just insane, and it just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
I know.
It's been going on for decades.
Yeah.
I heard next year.
I heard last year. That's nice.
As quoted by a member of the MTA, MTA stands for May Take a While.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
In the meantime, we'll hike your fare.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly. I know. The Beatles with Billy Preston released Get Back in the UK on this day. That's such a good song. Jim Morrison on this day was arrested on an airplane by FBI for drunkenness. Yeah, I'm sure that's what Jim said, I know. Good old Jim Morrison. John Lennon and Yoko appear nude on the cover of Two Virgins album on this day. Yeah, and heavyweight Cassius Clay, we all know who he really is, was knocked out Floyd Patterson in Las Vegas on this day.
1964.
Yes, very good. Brian Epstein, and here he is. I knew he'd slide right in. Come on in now.
Did you get my text?
Yes, I did. Bumper to bumper on the MTR.
Terrible traffic.
Yes, it happens. It's New York.
Yeah.
Well, hello. Our who to the day.
Yeah.
Our wonderful Alan Merrill. Yes. probably BS. Brian Epstein and Ed Sullivan signed a 3-show contract for the Beatles on this day.
Really helped their career.
Yeah, hello, helped. Are you kidding? That was Sky, Rockets in the Night. Yeah. Largest New York Knick 49th Street MSG crowd on this day in 1960. You know how many people were there? 18,499. How many people can fit into MSG Madison Square Garden now? Does anybody know?
15,000?
Less? That was 18,000. So maybe
20.
that was the largest amount that ever went for the Knick.
I thought it was 30,000.
Oh,
Is it?
so now
Okay,
it's
yeah,
double.
30,000.
All right. He seems to know
Yeah.
stuff like that. The first episode ever of Rocky and His Friends aired on this day.
1960?
59.
All
Very
right,
good.
close.
That was close. And the New York Knicks' first game ever at Madison Square Garden, they lost to Chicago, and it was 1946.
Ooh,
Man.
before our time.
Yeah, Kate Smith first sings Irving Berlin's God Bless America on this day. Yeah. Louis Armstrong recorded first of Hot 5 and Hot 7 recordings on this day. Go, Louis.
1926.
Oh my gosh, it's 25, but you are so close, Mr. 8mm, man. Eternal flame lit for the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arc de Triomphe happened on this day. Is that before or after this is called Veterans Day? Is that, I just wonder. It's also the largest U.S. flag ever displayed, expanded 150 by 90 feet was, and then 270 by 90 feet. I don't know what that means. In 1939, and 1922. So I guess, was that because of Veterans Day too, you think? I mean, it is an American day, right?
Yep.
The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was dedicated on this day in 1921. Emma Wedgwood accepts Charles Darwin's marriage proposal. That is so funny. I mean, she's got to be Wedgwood from Wedgwood, right?
I don't know.
It would make sense that Charles Darwin would marry, like, aristocrat.
Of course.
Yeah, so Emma Wedgwood, I just love that name. I would name my child Emma Wedgwood just for fun. Or at least her doll. That would be better.
Did her friends call her Wedgie?
Yeah, that's funny. I have to get a little doll and name it Emma Wedgwood. Chrysanthemums are introduced into England from China on this day. Everything was made in China. I mean, spaghetti came from there. Marco Polo brought it back to Italy. That's what
true.
they say, right?
Yep.
John Pym, the Earl of Strafford, was locked in the Tower of London on this day.
Oh.
What did he do?
We invented Pims. Horrible drink.
Maybe. 41 pilgrims land in Massachusetts and sign Mayflower Compact, just and equal laws on this day in 1620. So is that Thanksgiving? Is that like when, that's why it's around this time,
That's
right?
big, yeah.
When they hustled those Native Americans, huh? Yeah, let's have dinner. All right, birthdays on this day. Frank Wood's birthday is
All right.
today. Yeah. Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
Frank.
Yeah, go Frank. Little Dave, if anybody knows who that is. He's a rapper, Dave Shelton, born in Boston. Another bad creation. Leonardo DiCaprio's birthday is today. I once gave him a button.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
He was so nice. He took it. He was so sweet. I love Leo. We always go, DiCaprio, like, duh, Caprio. That's always been our thing in our house. Barry Oakley, the bassist from the Allman Brothers. Jeff Buckley's birthday is today. Brian Wilson. It's not the Brian Wilson you think it is. This is another one from New York City. He was a murderer.
Oh.
And the FBI most wanted list. I know. It's his birthday today.
Maybe it's
I mean,
the same guy.
you think? I don't know.
He's evasive.
Callista Flockhart's birthday is today. Demi Moore's birthday is today. Andy Partridge, the English rock vocalist from XTC. Andy Partridge.
Okay.
Paul Cowsill. You know any of these guys?
No, Cowsills?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cowsills.
that was the
The
Partridge
family, the
wasn't it?
real family.
Yeah, that was the show was based on.
Jim Petterick, born in Berwyn, Illinois. He was the member of Survivor, and wrote Eye of the Tiger.
Right. Didn't he pass away recently?
I don't know, but his
Yeah.
birthday is
Yeah.
today. Boy, he did well with that song.
Yeah.
Vince Martell, New York City from Vanilla Fudge.
Vanilla Fudge, yeah.
Jesse Colin Young's
Guitarist.
birthday is today, and Jonathan Winter's birthday is today.
Funny man.
Yeah, angels, people who passed on this day. Yasser Arafat was turned up there.
Ringo Starr's older brother.
Yeah.
Looks like him.
Mary Kay Bergman, the cartoon voice at South Park, she died at 38 years old on this day. Charles Scribner from the publishing company, Scribner.
Yeah.
Harry R. Haldeman. You remember Haldeman
Sure,
from
yeah.
from Watergate?
Watergate,
Haldeman,
yeah.
what was it?
Nixon.
Ehrlichman and Haldeman. That's all. Well, Haldeman died on this day. Martin Luther King Sr. died at 84 years old on this day. String Bean. Anybody remember String Bean?
No.
David Aikman, the banjoist comedian from Hee Haw, died at 58 years old.
Didn't watch that.
I don't. And Barry Oakley, the rock bassist from the Allman Brothers, wasn't it his birthday?
Yeah.
He died at 24
On his
years
birthday.
old on his birthday.
That's weird.
Like Shakespeare.
In a car crash. And I always think when you die on your birthday, it means you just partied a little too hard.
Or, yeah, you're in sync with everything.
Yeah, that too. And that's about that. You ready to meet some guests?
Absolutely.
Want to push a button? Perfect. All right, we'll be right back. Woo! All right.
And who? What's that you say? There's a quirky, cool new internet show